Necrotizing fasciitis, often known as flesh-eating bacteria, is an infection that leads to tissue necrosis, meaning a process where cells in human tissues rapidly undergo death. But what exactly leads to this fast-spreading destruction that results in the unsettling impression of flesh being eaten? One reason necrotizing fasciitis is so dangerous is that these bacteria release powerful toxins, which damage the skin, cardiovascular system, and immune system. In some cases, a combination of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria work together in this destructive process. So, how does it all begin? Typically, an infection of necrotizing fasciitis starts when bacteria enter through a wound, whether from surgery or an accidental cut. This entry point gives bacteria direct access to the skin, where they can induce severe clotting in the skin's capillaries by causing platelets to cluster and block blood flow. This results in ischemia, which is a dangerous reduction in oxygen supply to tissues and can cause death to the human cells. But that's not all. Certain proteins secreted by these bacteria can weaken the immune system, allowing the bacteria to evade destruction through phagocytosis by neutrophils and delay the activation of B cells in the body's adaptive immune response. At this stage, the bacteria secrete a range of toxins, directly targeting the skin structure. The skin relies on dense proteins called desmosomes, which connect cells to each other, along with the extracellular matrix, a protein framework for tissues. The extracellular matrix provides structure to the tissues, but also serves as a resilient shield surrounding the cells, protecting them from impact. Thus, the tissues of the human body consist of the cells of the tissue and the extracellular matrix that holds the cells in their proper place. Certain toxins from the bacteria can act as proteases, which are enzymes that degrade proteins. These protease toxins degrade both desmosomes and the extracellular matrix, which lead to skin cells detaching from the tissue and the tissue wasting away. Without the protection of the extracellular matrix, the skin cells experience forceful impacts which leads to cell death. The breakdown of the extracellular matrix and rapid death of tissue cells from toxins give the appearance of flesh being eaten, resulting in the term flesh-eating bacteria. But this is not the only way necrotizing fasciitis infections can kill human cells. Some of their toxins can attack cell membranes directly, perforating them and causing cells to swell and burst, similar to the immune system's approach against pathogens. The bacteria don't stop there, but sometimes can spread to the blood and the rest of the body. Necrotizing fasciitis bacteria also release superantigens, which overstimulate the immune system. As these bacteria spread through the bloodstream, both the superantigens and circulating toxins trigger an intense immune response. However, not an immune response that effectively combats the infection. This overactivation of the immune system and circulation of toxins often leads to toxic shock syndrome. Toxic shock syndrome is a secondary infection where blood vessel linings are compromised, causing capillary leakage, low blood pressure, high fever, and ultimately the risk of multi-organ failure. At this point, the infected person's life is in great danger, but there's hope. Timely surgical intervention to remove infected tissue, along with strong antibiotics, can sometimes save lives if administered quickly.